Welcome back. I'm Anthony Bailey. We're back for another week of The Reset.
Yes, we are, and I'm Rici Bell. So good to have you all with us again for another week.
Yeah, we've been having some fun the last couple of weeks.
Been. I think a little too much fun.
Yeah, sometimes it's going a little bit overboard. You got to check out the last couple of weeks episodes. That dating one was really something.
It's been good. It's been good.
But we are really excited about today because we've got somebody who's really going to drop some nuggets, some knowledge for you, and we're really excited to hear more about it.
Yes. So today we're talking about the power of social media, and I cannot think of a better person than someone who I get to see like every 2 weeks. He is a nail tech. He is a husband. He is a father. He's a content creator and a social media influencer. And some of y'all may know him as The Thai Life, but his name is Min, y'all. His name is Min. So welcome, Min.
Thank you so much.
The Reset. So happy to have you here with us.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm so blessed to be here with you guys.
Yes.
We're honored that you joined us this morning.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
He's busy. He just came back. You just came back from something.
I just came back from a beauty convention, Cosmoprof in Las Vegas.
No way.
It's supposed to be like the biggest show in beauty industry in Las Vegas.
So the fact that we have him here on The Reset is huge, y'all. It's huge.
We're excited about that.
Thank you. Well, I'm so excited
to hear from you because, of course, I mean, we're living in the space with the podcast, but this whole digital world has really exploded.
Right.
Absolutely.
So curious to learn more about what's going on.
Yeah. So why don't you just share with us, share your story. Who is Min Thai, and how do we know you today as this huge social media influencer, this content creator? Who are you?
Thank you so much. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for having me here.
Yes, absolutely.
And I want to say thank you for the man above that got us here.
Yeah.
You know, without him, we can't be here.
That's right.
The third person I want to recognize is my wife.
Yeah, shout out to the wife.
Shout out to the wifey, because without the wifey, you know, us men, it's hard for us to stay on our ground.
Say it again.
You know what I mean? We are safe for the one in the back. But
so true.
above all, my name is Min Thai. I go by The Thai Life is because when I pick my social media name, I want something to be transparent. I want something that represents not just my lifestyle, but who I am. So I figured, and my kid's the one who gave me that, by the way.
That's
Said,
awesome.
like, call yourself The Thai Life. So I am a nail technician. You know, I started as a nail technician. I worked my way into college at Fresno State University.
Shout out to the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs. You know, so I graduated as a business major, and you know, I kind of stopped doing nails for a while, and I work at Toys R Us. I manage Toys R Us in Fresno and Clovis.
Really?
Yeah, so I did that for a good 5 to 6 years, and then, you know, decided to get my real estate license just to be kind of like diverse.
Wow.
You know, I did all of that, and then from
you're
there,
an entrepreneur, man.
Right.
I mean, my God.
Ambitious.
Yeah.
I tried to, you know, and then from there, I say, you know what, it is time to get my goal going, and that's open my own salon. The reason why I want to open my own salon is because, you know, I always reflect on how I grew into the beauty industry, and knowing that there's a lot of nail technicians, even hairstylists, they were struggling, like how to get this craft ready. So I want to be that leadership where I want to open a salon and kind of help them get their career going, and that's how I started it, right? And then guess what happened? COVID hit.
Yeah.
We all remember COVID, right?
Yes.
That was rough on a lot of people, but you know what? I took that as a blessing instead of taking it like it's a hardship in life, because during quarantine, I get to see my kids, how much they grew and how much that I was missing out because I was so focused on trying to help people.
Wow.
So, you know, after COVID, I was not very motivated of running the salon business anymore because I wanted time with my kids.
Interesting.
You know, but at the same time, it's like I told my wife, it's like, I don't want to stop educating people. I want to continue helping the next gen to, you know, expand their career in the industry. So that's when I reflect on my life when before I met my wife. I was a content creator already.
Wow.
I started making YouTube video before YouTuber was a title.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, because of that, I quit the job of content creator because there was no money in it. It was like, hey, you do it for fun. You're not making pay. But then years down the road, in like 2018, you start seeing all this YouTuber popping up, and they're like, wait, they're making money. Making content.
Yeah, low key.
So from there, you know, it was a big decision. I had to end up selling my salon. But it was a blessing too because I sold it to my employee who I helped grew.
Oh, that's
nice.
So
awesome.
I passed it down to them, give them all the business.
That's
and
awesome.
I just focus on my content creating. That's how I started TikTok.
That's
love that.
awesome.
I
That's
love
awesome.
And then from there, I start educating the community. And that's how I am today.
Wow, that's
That's
awesome.
a quick glimpse of who I am today.
What a great story.
I know such a great story how you came in with a plan, but then something that none of us could control or plan happened to
Exactly.
all of us, and you literally had to, the word that we overused during that time, pivot.
Yes.
You had to
Pivot.
pivot,
Yes.
but it turned out to be a really good pivot for you.
Correct.
So
And
social
I-
media really has impacted your life.
Correct. And you know, all of that moment when I was trying to transform my career into a content creator, I couldn't do it on my wife because my wife, she had a stable job. She's a pharmacist.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Oh,
because
there
of
you go.
that, she's able to hold the ground for me
Yeah.
while
Got
I
some
was
elbow
trying to
room to
move
move
in.
around
And
while
that
you're
is
there,
where
yeah.
my turning point is. So kudos to her for that
Again,
part.
shout out to the wifey.
Hey, what did she say when you said, "Hey, I want to go and do this thing full time"? Like, what was her response to you when she said, "I think I want to be a YouTuber or influencer"?
Very interesting. Good question, by the way, because she always knew I like content, but I never knew I could make money out of it. So because I have to make this pitch to her saying like, hey, babe, you know, I will sell my salon, but I have to continue educating people, and
Right.
I don't know how to do that. The only way I can do is I discovered this TikTok where I can just elaborate how I feel about the industry.
Right.
And she's like, just do whatever makes you happy, you know?
Wow.
And that moment right there, I never stopped.
That's
so,
beautiful.
can we talk about that for a minute?
Right, the power of a support system
Yes.
and a wellness community
Yeah.
who's going to say, yes, we believe in you, do it, do it, do
So
it.
for those of you that have been with us for the last couple of weeks, we've talked a little bit about relational health,
Yep.
and how important that supportive partner is. So to
Yeah.
hear that,
Yeah, that's
pretty amazing.
big. That's big. Now,
Yeah.
you mentioned TikTok very briefly. Tell us what's going on with TikTok right now. What's going on with you and TikTok specifically?
Well, you know, TikTok is where I start my content creating. I didn't have YouTube, I didn't have Facebook or Instagram, right? So I started with TikTok, and then as I am growing in TikTok, I'm starting to learn how to make different type of content. And you know, when you grow into the social media world, you gotta be open-minded. You can't be
Yeah.
like narrow-minded. You gotta respect everybody's content. You can't be a content creator and hate on other people's content.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Because that's not a content creator.
No.
Because a content creator understand how much effort got put into one content. So you
Right.
cannot be
That's
dissing that
good.
content.
That's so
So what
good.
I do is instead of dissing other content, I embrace it. It's like, oh, let me try that style. Let me try. And as I grow, here's the funny story too. Randomly, I got banned on TikTok.
oh, what'd you do?
I don't know.
wanna hear that
I didn't do
story.
anything. That's the crazy part because
He said, I woke up one day and I was banned.
Yeah.
I did, and that's exactly the story. And I was so
Wow.
stressed out
No
because that
way.
moment I had like 100,000 followers. It was a lot of work, but you know,
Yeah.
with all the ban was going on, I was really stressed out. But what got me lighting up the fire is again back to the wife. She was like, "Honey, don't give up. There's Instagram,
I love
there's
that.
Facebook, there's YouTube." It's like,
Yeah.
you mean I can open all of that and just share my? It's like, why don't you do it?
Yeah.
It even put the fire in me, and that's how I grew
See?
my YouTube channel to
Oh.
300-some thousand subscribers.
Yeah.
Wow.
And,
You know.
and Instagram, you got over
And
600,000.
I have 6,000, and in Facebook, I have almost 500,000 followers.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
You know, and I
Yeah.
recently reached 1.2 millions on TikTok.
Yeah.
So, you know, creating all of this thing,
That's
first of all, I have made the community a better place.
Yes.
You know,
yes,
I
yes,
bring
yes.
laughter, I bring
Yeah.
education.
His content
I,
is so
I get a lot
hilarious.
of people, you know, messaging me saying, you know, every day when I wake up, I look forward for your content. When I go home from work, I look for your
Yeah.
content because it brings joy to my life.
Yeah.
Okay, walk us through that journey now, because
that's so
those of us
beautiful.
that kind of organically got into social media
Okay.
because of things we liked, what was it about what you liked that caused you to go ahead and start to create and to continue to do that?
You know what? That was a very good question. So when I started it, first you have to think about your niche. You cannot start any content just thinking like, I'm a special person. Let me take a photo of myself and everyone will love it.
yeah.
You don't know who you are.
But people
We
do
don't
that.
know who you
don't
are.
know
We
who
don't
you
care
are.
who you are.
But if you bring a
So
purpose,
Yes.
you bring a purpose,
Yes.
then somebody's gonna follow your purpose.
Oh,
that's the
that's
start.
good. Yeah.
Once they follow your purpose, they follow your personality. You know?
Yep.
And when you are as
Yeah.
a content creator who creating content,
Yeah.
you have to ask yourself, what is your purpose?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
you cannot create content without a purpose.
That's so good.
So when I create content, when I started out, my purpose was to educate. And then the question you probably have next is, what happens when you educate everything you know? Then you have to take what's reality and bring it into fun.
Make it fun, make it funny.
For example, I ran out of teaching how to do nails, right? Because at the end of the day, it's like repetitive.
Yeah.
So one day I was like, you know what? The clients is being mean to the nail tech. Let's reenact that.
No, you kidding me?
Let's take it to another level of education.
Yeah.
Reenact what not to do.
Yes.
So I did that, and my videos start hitting millions of views.
Oh wow!
It surpasses the educational videos.
Yeah.
And that's when that's the thing about content creating. Whenever you find a video that's going viral, capitalize it.
Okay.
Don't sleep on it.
Don't sleep on it.
You hear that?
I love that.
Because when you have 1 million view on one video and you just say, "Oh, I'm great," I'm gonna sleep on it for a few days and come back with more. It doesn't work like that.
You gotta.
The next day, you put another content that piggyback that last one.
Okay.
And that's how you make your stuff go viral constantly.
Hopefully, you guys are taking notes.
I really hope y'all are taking
notes. This is great. This is really. I mean, I'm taking mental notes myself.
Right. Because Anthony is, he's an influencer as well.
I can tell you have a personality for that, Anthony.
He's doing his thing.
I love what you said earlier because I kind of stumbled into the whole YouTube world, doing some DIY work during COVID.
Yeah.
At home in the garage, doing some projects for my kids.
Yeah.
And then people were like, well, why don't you video some of the stuff that you build, some of the stuff that you
Right.
refinish?
Correct.
Right.
We started posting it, and the numbers just started growing.
There you go.
And the rest is history.
But I love what you said. Like, what's your purpose first? People are going to gravitate towards your purpose and then towards your personality.
Correct.
And I love how you said that people wake up and they say, I look for your stuff right away, or at the end of a hard day, I look for your stuff. Tell us a little bit about how social media plays on one's self-esteem or even their mental health. You bring a lot of people joy and laughter, but what may be the dark side of social media?
The dark side of social media is that you cannot believe everything you see on social media.
So true.
You have to look at social media as it's an entertainment platform.
Okay.
People are out there going to express the truth, and there's people who are out there going to express the non-truth.
Right.
And you as a viewer has to be a determination of what is real and what's not real. But if you fall in line into like everything is real that you see, you're gonna pretty much hurt yourself.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel low esteem. And on top of that, I know a lot of times social media is always expressing the perfection of life. Oh, I have nice car, I have fancy clothing.
It's just that snapshot.
It's that snapshot.
Like IG, it's like the snapshot of life.
With those simple snapshot, the viewers are gonna feel like I don't have it together.
Right. And compare ourselves
and they're gonna
to
compare
each other.
and I try to tell them that's all personas.
Yeah.
Because in reality, our skin, like where we are standing in here is a room. Outside of that, there might be a drive-by shooting. We don't even know it.
Yeah,
Right.
But
so true.
that's where reality had to kick in for the viewers also.
That's so
Wow.
But when we talk about the viewers, we got to think about the age range. Because when you talk about adult, then we might have more logic in understanding that's fake and that's real.
Right.
But when you talk about like new generation growing up, everything they see, to them it's real. And to me, that can be a big downfall of social media because they can't define what's real and what's not real. And if somebody who looks better than them in that content, they're gonna feel like, oh my God, how come I don't look like this?
Right.
So don't put as a viewer, I highly recommend just enjoy the content and take care of yourself.
Yeah,
But don't put yourself in the content.
Now, we talked here a little while ago
so
about the
good.
people's personas, what you see online and the snapshots of it. You really hit on a key issue there, a key nerve maybe for some people because they are looking at that and thinking this person's life is like that all day long.
Exactly.
Walk us through what does your life look like? I mean, we get a chance to see the
Thai
skit.
life.
Yeah, what does the Thai life look like? What's the behind the scenes that we don't get a chance to?
I'm pretty raw.
Yes,
you
he
watch
is.
my content.
He
I think that's what makes my fan base love who I am because I keep it 100.
You keep it real. Yeah, 100.
If you watch my content, how I go to work is maybe how I wake up too. I might have a sweatpants on, a t-shirt on, and the only time I look in a suit like this is when I'm in front of y'all.
Hey.
Or when I go to the
We
show.
got a suit
But
today.
in reality, I'm a full-time dad. My kids have a lot of activities, and I want to give my kids all the time I can because
so good,
I hear a lot of people who makes a lot of good money And the number one story that they tell me is that during the moment when they're making money, they didn't got the time for the kids. And because of that, they're missing out. And then when their kids become teenagers, guess what? Their kids don't want to hang out with them. Their kids got their own friends.
How do you find the time? Because for me, the DIY stuff, I carved out a little time on Saturday morning when everybody else was asleep at the house. But between the nails and the skits and all that, how do you find the time on when you create your content?
Very good question. You know, I've learned to readjust my time between gaps. So when I'm at the nail salon, I make my content at the nail salon. And when I get home, I shut all my content away and I become a dad. I take care of my kids, make sure dinner's good, school's good, homework's good. They put them to bed. Now is my time where I look at all the videos that I made throughout the day. I re-listen to it during my bedtime. So I listen to it, I edit it.
Interesting.
And then I have it planned out 2 weeks in advance. So by that, I'm not chasing after the next content.
Right.
Because I already have 5 content in line for those days. So you have to plan ahead if you want to work like full time. And it's hard. It's not easy because most people who really want to do content, they block out everything in their life. Like, this is my time for content. But with me, I don't have that blessing. My blessing is with my kids, and I'm going to use that blessing to utilize my time to make content at the same time. So that's why I still able to stay grounded. It doesn't matter. Because once I'm with my kid, all that fall by, it goes out of my brain because they drive me crazy.
So do your kids think that you're cool on social media?
They do.
And they're part of some of your content from time to time, right?
They are, you know, I squeeze them in. They go to school. They're like, my dad's a YouTuber. And, you know, I said, don't tell them that because I don't tell people that. You know, I let them discover that themselves, you know, because to me, that's what a content creator is. You don't go around sharing people you're a content creator.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just gotta
let the
stay
work
grounded.
speak for
You let the work
itself.
speak for themselves.
Yeah. And your kids are how old?
They are 10, 8, and 6.
Woo!
Yeah, and they in karate, gymnastic, swimming.
Wow.
So we try to get them very involved in something that I didn't get to do when I was a kid. So I'm trying to give them that.
That's good.
So one thing rings to mind with the kids, because I remember how my kids were when they were out of the store with me for the first time. Walk us through the first time you got stopped, either with your wife or your kids, like, hey, I've seen you on YouTube before. What was that like, or TikTok?
You're famous.
Yeah.
Very, very blessing, but uncomfortable at the same time because I didn't expect that. You know, like when I go out to places and they're like, I know you. I recognize your voice. And sometimes I play it off. So I'm like, you sure you know me? Or sometimes I'm like nice about it. I'm like, do you see my TikTok? It's like, yeah, that's where I see you. And then, you know, I shake hand. I ask them what's their name. I introduce myself, you know, just like any normal people. You know, I don't walk away and be like, oh, I'm all that. Because, hey, whatever you have today might change tomorrow. That's the way I look at it.
That's
you know,
right.
count my blessing.
That's right. Absolutely. Tell us about, so social media has really changed the landscape on just how we interact with people, how we meet people, how we connect with people. Tell us a little bit about that. I mean, yes, you see people at the grocery store or at the bank and they recognize you, but what about other relationships? How has social media impacted that? Like the way that we interact with people, it's awkward sometimes, you know?
It really is.
You know, the way I've seen it now is that besides meeting people randomly on the street, social media has helped me connect with some very awesome people. You know, like different brands in the beauty industry, different businesses in the same beauty industry, and we got to know each other personally, and we become friends. And what has helped is that we help each other grow. Like, for example, you know, once I educated all my viewers and give them all the entertainment, you know, I always have this goal where I want to build my own brand. So my brand is called Beyond the Cream. And it's right now it's top 20 on TikTok shop.
Hold on, let's go back to the single cam. Say that one more time for the viewers that are watching.
Say it one more time.
So
your brand is called?
My brand is called Beyond the Cream. And why do I call Beyond the Cream not just nail product? Because I want to take care of self-care. I want to focus on self-care because doing nails for most of my clients who are elderly, they have a hard time with some of their illness. They can't bend over. So in my head, I'm like, besides them going to the nail salon, what can I do to give them some kind of product that they can take care of themselves at home? That's why I call myself Beyond the Cream, because we're going to go above and beyond for our clients. So we came out with our foot file, our foot cream, and my wife, luckily, because I use her pharmaceutical knowledge, she made our cuticle oil pen. And we have a total of 4 scents. right? And
family business.
Right.
All around.
So my wife helped make this cuticle pen, so we call it Cutie Rescue Cuticle Oil.
Oh, that's
it's so cute, right? And I love it. I'm so proud of it.
It's so cute. You
and,
should be proud.
I
That's
couldn't do it
big.
without my wife. So she's behind
yeah.
all the products, and so far the feedback's been amazing.
That's
a lot
so
of people
good.
is having a product. Being a top 20 product on TikTok Shop is really hard to get there, and we did it within less than a year.
What was that like? What was it like to click in and get that report?
You know
so
what
we get
made
the
that
YouTube
happen?
emails, but what do you get from
So
TikTok?
what made that happen was that when I should do my marketing as usual, but like you say, what has social media impact me is connecting with the right people. And
Yes.
I connected with my friend Julie, where she's like top 20 TikTok marketer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like
Oh.
promo mark. She's like top 20.
Wow.
Really?
And I didn't believe in it until she said, "Send me your product."
Oh, there it
She
is.
put one video out, and it just
Boom.
opened my eyes.
No way.
Wow.
Just that one video, it generates so much sales that I say, you know what? Thank you. I believe in it
I
now.
believe
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I'm a believer.
And then from there, I connect with her, and then I start connecting with more influencer. Even the funny part is I even help a lot of influencer.
Yeah.
I have people who like send me video of this person copying my content.
Yeah.
Instead of me reaching out to them and saying like, hey, why are you copying
Take
my
it
stuff?
down.
Take it down.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people would do that. Instead, I say, hey, do this to your content. Make it better.
Oh,
And if you're
I
gonna
love
copy
that.
my content, make it good.
Right.
You know?
Make it
So
better.
don't make it like
Yes.
bad on my end.
Yeah.
So I critique her. She took my advice. It got her better.
Wow.
On top of that, she's like, I don't want to do nails, because I've been doing it for a long time. I'm in my 40s. My back's hurt. But she's such a good content creator. I say, open up a TikTok. She did. Less than 2 months. 20-some thousand followers now.
Wow.
And she's promoting on TikTok Shop.
Wow.
So that's the impact.
And now she's promoting your brand.
for free.
Yeah.
I don't even ask for it because
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't ask anything in return.
Right.
No, yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
like to
Just
give.
doing it
Right.
because.
And,
Right.
and the rest.
But that's
fall
the
in line.
power of connection, though, too.
That is.
You could have easily, with every right,
Right.
you could have easily said, take it down, you're
Correct.
copying my stuff, I don't like it, blah, blah,
Correct.
blah. But instead you said, you know what? Let me help you
Right.
because somebody helped you. So
Right.
let me help you,
Right.
and this is how we're going to make it better. And now she is paying it forward
That's
and
it.
paying you back by promoting your brand.
And that's the kind of influencer
That's
I
the
want
power
to
of
be.
connection.
I love
Yeah.
that.
And that's
Yeah.
the kind of influencer I want to be.
Right.
Because you cannot hate on the next gen.
That's
No.
right.
You know
That's
what?
right.
You made it. You set a platform for them
That's
to
right.
walk on it.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's
right.
how I view the next
And we
content.
should
love
want them
that.
to get better. We
Right.
should want the next
Like
content
I
folks
want you to get
than
better.
we
I
were.
want you to
Yeah.
get
Right,
better because
right.
that's how we all become stronger
Right,
together.
Right,
Yes.
right. And I feel like, I mean, just very transparently, story time.
Yeah.
Transparently, I feel like I am starting from scratch. It's more than a feeling. I am starting from scratch in a lot of ways. And so
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking to Anthony for a lot of help and guidance. And he really is my hero. He really is my media mentor. And he's been
Absolutely.
helping me with so many different things. And so when I get to his level, right, then I'm going to be able to help somebody else. And then
Correct.
when that person gets to that, so it's just,
Yeah.
it really is a cycle of connection and really helping each other out.
And I tell Reese all the time that she had the talent. It's really just kind of guiding the logistics and the steps.
I do
to,
see that
like,
in her.
here's
Yeah.
where you need to go with
Thank
it.
you.
But she had it the whole
Yeah.
time.
But for me, it's like, I want to continue to be creative and do my thing.
Yeah.
And like you said, purpose and personality. And I don't really know how to, not yet, figure out
Yeah.
the whole upload this and YouTube. Like, I'm just like, whoa,
Well,
help me
and
so.
it also depends on circumstances of life too.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
there will be one moment, like you are creative, but there will be one moment in your life where you didn't have a chance to think about that
Right.
because you
Yeah.
were dealing with some other issues.
stuff.
You know what I mean? And that's what circumstance of a life.
Right now.
And then finally, when we finally tie everything up together,
Yes.
then that's when
Yeah.
you realize, like, you know what? I want to do this.
Yes.
Because this is what I enjoy. Because you're
Absolutely.
able to get rid of all your old problems.
Yes,
true.
That's so true. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you must be writing a manual or a book or something. Like
Well-
you've got to be. What's next for you?
You know what's next for me is just continue being myself.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
a lot of people always tell me like, "Are you gonna change just because I'm getting bigger?" You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to change. You know,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna go around telling people I'm a nail tech.
Right.
I
love
still
that.
scrub
He
feet.
does really great nails too,
I
by the
still
way.
scrub feet till today.
Yeah.
You know,
Really?
yeah, I still scrub feet with 1 million followers. I don't
Just
care.
to stay connected.
Just
what's
stay
the-
connected
Okay,
to the
gotcha.
ground, you know,
Yeah.
just till I can feel what other nail techs are going through.
Right,
You know,
right.
and then on my social media end, I want to continue to elevate and educate.
Right.
And any new content creator that's coming in, I always put myself in their shoes, like, hey, let me help you. But what I help is like when I help people, before I help them, I actually look at their personality first. And this is where it's important. You know, they might have a purpose, but they might not have a personality because that might be fake.
Oh, low key. Okay, so let's just say this right
you
now.
Know what I mean?
This I gotta say from the social media world and TV world, and we'll toss this out to you. I think that the camera shows the authenticity, like it shines
big
through.
time.
I think if you try to come across phony, it just doesn't work on
it doesn't work in the long run.
Not on camera.
No.
You know, they say you fake it, you make it until your tail shows.
Ooh.
And when your tail shows, you expose.
There you go.
And I have seen a lot of content creators where when I was growing my channel, and they were way above me, and right when I surpassed them, and I look back at their channel, I can tell why they fall off the wagon.
Wow.
Oh.
Because they cannot keep up with their persona.
Oh, wow.
Because it wasn't organic.
It wasn't organic.
It wasn't organic.
It wasn't organic.
Yeah, it has
That's
to be
why you got
authentic.
authentic,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
That's why if I wake up one morning, I have a thought and I want to speak to it, I would put the camera on there. I might not have any makeup on, but that's my true self, and that's what you're going to get out of me.
There you go.
You know?
That's a good word.
And that's, it just has to be like
I feel like that's a good word for somebody out there who you do have a purpose, you do have a personality, but you think you have to be perfect in all of it. Wake up, put that phone in your face, and just start going. Just start talking. What did you tell me the other day? Just start.
Yeah.
Just start. And then someone told you, I don't remember who it was.
Shout out to Sean Cannell, Think Media are the folks that I follow when I first got into YouTube. They're just great all the way around.
That's why I learned most of my stuff.
Oh, did you?
What do they say? Perfection is the enemy of good.
Yeah, don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good.
Right. So just start. Like, no makeup, maybe, you can brush your teeth, maybe. No, just kidding. But just go. Just go. You have something to share. You have something to say.
Can I share you guys one good story?
Yes, please do. With the little bit of time that we have left, take it away.
So we talking about perfectionists, right?
Yes.
A lot of times when you watch social media, everybody just want perfect nails, perfect pictures, perfect image, okay? You know about my auntie 4-year-old nails. When I did this lady's nails, she had acrylic on for 4 years.
4 years.
She did not take it off. It was part of her life. It was her lifestyle, her culture. I couldn't change it. I post her nails. A lot of negative feedback. Why will you take on to this client? You should send her to a doctor, right? I believe in my craft. I believe in what I do is not just about the nail, it's connecting with people spiritually. Because when you connect with people spiritually, they will trust you in any way you want to do.
That's right.
Okay, so I gave her time. 6 months down the road, she finally took off her acrylic nails.
Wow.
Okay, finally when she took it off, we start brand new. Till today, her nail is beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
All the haters are gone.
Yeah, see?
And to me, I wanted to post that is because everybody wants perfect picture. And the moment I post something outrageous, 10, 20 million views.
Wow.
But that is a perfect content creating.
Yeah.
Because you didn't care about what people think. You care about what you believe in and how you're going to make a change.
That's right. And you changed that woman's life.
I did. And
That's
now
beautiful.
nobody talks anything. All they say is like, wow, he did that.
He did it. He did that. He did that.
But I couldn't do it without her trust, my trust,
That's
and
right.
the belief that everybody believe in.
That's right.
I love
That's
it.
so good.
This has been such a great
So good.
week.
How do we run out of time so
We can go on forever, right?
This is definitely good. We definitely want to thank you for coming in and hanging out with us.
Thank you so much.
And we'll have to get you back here.
Anytime. I'm local.
Yeah, he's
Whenever
local,
you guys
y'all.
need.
And I love just the connection between social media, mental health, relational health, emotional health. That's what we're all about here at The Reset. Are you okay?
That's what we want to know.
That's really what we want to know at the end of the day.
Are you okay?
Thanks for